kid, I used to love to grab a bunch of quarters and go to the arcade and challenge myself at some of those really difficult One Life style games they would have. Well, the developers at Anatap Studio have kind of recreated that feeling with their newest release, GRIDD Retroenhanced. So GRIDD Retroenhanced is available today on Xbox One and PC for the price of $12. And I gotta say, the game is enjoyable. This might be a short vid because once I get through what the game is about, there ain't gonna be much more to say than other than I enjoy the game. So it's a One Life, get as far as you can, try to beat the whole game in one go, if you know what I'm talking about. If you die, you gotta start over, and there's no checkpoints, right? I haven't even beaten the game yet, because that's one of the things you'll come to understand about this game, is it's hard. So the basic gist of the game is you're just a little ship, you're hacking into this mainframe, you move around with left stick. It's kind of, you can kind of get a lot of movement on the left stick and go different, like up and around and stuff, and then you shoot with A, and that's the only two buttons you use. Now it has the two modes. I'm currently, this clip is of me playing the arcade mode. There's also an endless mode that you get when you beat arcade mode. Unfortunately, this game is difficult but fun. I have yet to beat the arcade mode, and that's the thing with this game. This game challenges you, since you only have one life, even though there are ways to get multiple lives by doing a backdoor access, but you know, we'll talk about that maybe later. Once you die, you start over from the beginning, and I kind of enjoy that, because every time I go back and play this game, I get better. I get further along in the level than I did before, and I appreciate that progress. You know, I'm learning the levels, I'm learning the enemies. And this is also a score-based game, right? You see me here killing the enemies. Every time I kill an enemy, I collect kind of their yellow bits, and you get multipliers, and your score keeps on going up. Now, if you do get hit, your multiplier will go down. If you have weapon upgrades, you will lose those, but of course you can grab shields to protect you from dying instantly, and things like that. I enjoy the look of the game. It kind of gives me that Cyberpunk feel. It kind of reminds me a lot of like how Rez looked. I also really enjoyed the music in the game. It's pretty cool, especially with a nice pair of headsets. You really get going on this game. But like I said, the game is difficult. It really harkens back to the arcade days where you would put in a quarter and try to get as far as you would go, and then you would have to put another quarter in to continue. Unfortunately, you can't really continue in this game, so you just constantly have to get better. So I like the game a lot. I really do. I find myself trying to get further and further along as I play. I understand this game probably will be frustrating to a lot of people, because a lot of people are used to just kind of playing at their own pace and beating the game, so to speak. You're not going to be able to do that in this game at all, unless, of course, you're like a god at shooters like this. The achievements are pretty difficult, because you're going to have to pretty much do everything in the arcade mode, beat it without using any extra lives, and then do a whole bunch of stuff in endless mode. And like I said, if you can't beat the arcade mode, you're not going to be able to play endless mode. So you're gonna have to decide whether or not this game is for you. If you enjoy these type of games, like this visual style, the music, the kind of arcadey aspect, if you like competing on a global leaderboard with your friends or with just random people, then I recommend picking this game up. I feel the game is good. It's fun. Now it's $12, and it's kind of hard to recommend a game to other people who aren't really into this type of game for $12, especially for a game that they may die within 2 minutes and never play again. So your mileage may vary when playing this game, but I have a great time playing this game. I find myself kind of like firing it up once or twice a day, seeing how far I can progress through the levels, and I think I've made it quite far. I think I've actually made it through 50% of the arcade mode, but it's tough, and I need to stress that. Like, you are going to die, and you're not going to go why you die until you get back to that part and play those things again. But yeah, the game, I mean, I love doing these indie spotlights because I like highlighting a lot of these games that a lot of people wouldn't necessarily know about. So pick this game up for $12 if you're a fan of retro style games, if you're a fan of like these shoot 'em up type of games. I feel it is worth it, and I feel that it is a good entry into the series. Pick it up if you're like want to compete on the global leaderboards and things like that, but kind of stay away if you're looking for a game you can just beat without really challenging yourself, because that is not this game. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this look at GRIDD Retro Enhanced now from Anatab Studios. It's out now on Xbox and PlayStation for $12. Pick it up if you think the game is up your alley. And I will see everybody in the next video. Later.